I was looking behind me and in front, and I'm thinking, where is James? And then realised the fucker's on top. Guys, nearby. Oh my god, did you just run him over? Turn around, let's kill these. Oh, Modern Warfare 2 looked brilliant in that dream. Oh, we on? Well, welcome back guys to another video. Today we're going to go through some of the changes I made to my hardware which changed everything for me in Modern Warfare 2 in terms of kills and wins. We'll go through some of the settings, the performance differences, and some gameplay to go with it. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So before we get into the setting changes that I've made in Modern Warfare 2, let's just go through what hardware changes I've made from and now to. So I used to have an i7 7700K processor, which was a 4.2 gigahertz, 4 cores, 8 threads. I had the Z270 SLI MSI motherboard, and I had the Corsair LED RAM at 16 gig at 3000 megahertz. I've now moved on to the Ryzen 7 5800X processor, which has got 8 cores and 16 threads, so I've actually doubled on the processing speed, which has made a huge difference. I've then moved on to the B550F gaming Asus motherboard, and also the Team Group 32 gig 3600 megahertz RAM as well. So these are changes I made that made a drastic difference within Modern Warfare 2. Absolutely huge. It did cost me around £570, and it's a lot of money, and I know that a lot of people won't be able to make them changes immediately, but I'm just giving you an idea so that if you do make drastic changes, just invest for the future basically when it comes to your PC, because more games like this will have these types of problems, and it's just another option. If you can upgrade. So before we get into the personalized settings, I'd really appreciate it guys if you can leave this video a like, leave any feedback in the comments section below, and also subscribe and turn on all notifications, as this really does help this channel grow, as these videos do take a while to make, but I want to make sure that you guys get the best information that you can possibly get when playing Modern Warfare 2. So with all that being said, let's get right into the settings. Okay, so we're going to go into some of the settings that I use for my hardware that I've upgraded to, and which you've previously seen in this video. This gives you a mixture of great performance, good quality, and good visibility, so anyone can use these settings. I used these settings before I made my hardware changes, so they're good for everyone else. So let's go into settings and graphics, and we'll start with the display mode, making sure that you go for full screen exclusive. I've got multiple monitors, so I use full screen borderless so I can switch between programs, but full screen exclusive, you've got one monitor, it's probably the best because then you're going to get the best FPS. Make sure your display adapter is set to your graphics card. Mine is 3070. Make sure it's set to whatever yours is. Make sure your display resolution is set to whatever your monitor is. If you scroll down to VSync, gameplay and menu, make sure these are turned off. If you have them turned on, then sometimes you can have some FPS drops, and also it will set it and limit it to your monitor's FPS max, which for mine is 144. So I would turn these off personally, be a lot better. Display gamma, 2.2 sRGB, making sure you've got the best gamma within the game. Go to quality presets, and I would set this to ultra straight away and follow me through with all the settings thereafter. Okay, so set it to quality and just follow me through. So first, you've got upscaling and sharpening. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different options. A lot of people turn these off. Gives you the best performance, but the image within the game isn't crisp. It doesn't really sharpen the image in game. The quality is not good. So you could go between these two options: NVIDIA DLSS and Fidelity FX CAS. Now, a lot of people online have said to go with this option. You can, but it may provide less FPS than the NVIDIA DLSS from your graphics card. So my recommendation would be to go with the NVIDIA DLSS for the best balance between quality and FPS. than going with Fidelity FX CAS. Okay. Video memory scale, set it between 80 and 85. Texture resolution, set it to normal. Texture filter anisotropic, set it to high. Nearby level of detail, low. Distance level of detail, set that to high. Cluster draw distance, set it to short. Particle quality, set it to high. And the reason why I say set it to high, okay, you can drop it and it will give you more FPS, but trust me, you don't want to. It'll make the Molotovs look grainy. It'll make any sort of particles that are flying about in the air look grainy and horrible. It'll make it difficult for you to actually visibly see through, potentially through some smokes, any enemies coming through them. It just makes the game not look nice, and especially when, if you played the beta, you saw a lot of particle fly in the air. It was just horrendous. So set this to high. There's not going to be much FPS drops from setting it to high. You'll not see much of a difference in terms of performance, but you will in terms of quality. So make sure it's high. Particle quality very low. I set that to low normally. Bullet impacts and sprays, very useful in playing Warzone. You get to see potentially where gunfire has come from. If you really look into detail with that kind of thing. But it doesn't make much of an impact on performance. Just nice to have on. I would keep that on. Shader quality low. Tessellation, turn that off. You do not want the game rendering while you're playing. It's just horrendous, so turn it off. Terrain memory max. On-demand texture streaming, turn it off. You do not want your shader optimizations to be rendering or optimizing while you're playing the game. It's just going to cause you to have FPS lag and dropouts, so make sure you turn that off. Streaming quality, turn that low. So yeah, volumetric quality, I would have that as high. If you're having FPS problems, turn it to low though. Going to struggle with your GPU and your CPU, I would turn that to low. Just purely down for performance. I have that on high because my CPU and my GPU can handle it. Deferred physics quality, off. Water caustics, or caustics, shall I say, turn that on. I have that as on. Doesn't make much of a difference in terms of performance. A lot of people turn it off though. Quality wise, not a lot of people going in the water in the game anyway, but I leave that on. Shadow map resolution low. Screen space shadows off. Spot shadow quality low. Spot cache, I have that as high. Particle lighting low. Ambient occlusion off. Screen space reflections off. Screen reflection quality low. Weather grid volumes low. NVIDIA reflex low latency, I have that as on and boosted. That's purely down to the fact that I've got a good CPU. If you have sort of mediocre CPU, maybe an i7, something like that, or a Ryzen 5 from AMD, set that to on. But I've got on and boosted since my CPU and GPU are really good together, really, to be honest. So I would definitely go with either on or on and boosted. The last ones, depth of field, turn it off, and God knows why these three are in the game, but weapon and world motion blur, turn them off. You don't need them on. Trust me, don't need them on. Film grain, turn it to 0. Horrendous. Don't need that turning up. It just makes the game look really particly. I don't know the word, but it just does not look nice. Okay, so turn that to 0. Moving on to view. You've got the field of view. Make sure that's at 120. For PC players, it's 120. I have not played on console for years, so I don't know whether the field of view for console players is 100 as max, but if you can have 120, go 120. You want the best visibility within the game. ADS field of view affected. Weapon field of view default. Third person at 90. Vehicle field of view default, and making sure that the first person and third person camera is at least 50%. Okay, so that covers all the settings in game based on my hardware, but I use this for my old hardware as well, which was an i7 7700K and also 16 gig of RAM and an old motherboard, as you saw earlier. So these are perfect for anyone, so give these a try. and then do make sure that you do a benchmark test in game as well. Something else that you can do as well to increase your FPS and your graphics is to make sure that you've updated your graphics card to the latest driver within the NVIDIA GeForce Experience box, which is here. Make sure you check for updates. Make sure it's the latest graphics card driver so that you get the best performance. You can also make sure that your in-game overlay is turned off. I have mine on. Every now and again it gets some clips and things like that from that, but make sure it's turned off. It could impact it a little bit more. You impact your FPS more if it's turned on. Same with the Xbox game bar as well. If you type it in to your Windows key there, you turn that off as well, and also turn off anything else such as like Overwolf. That's another resource draining software as well. Turn that off. Just any overlays, in-game overlays, anything like that, turn them off, because they will have some impact to your performance within your game. Okay, lastly, you also can increase your FPS in game by going to GPU, or shall I say graphics settings. Tap in graphics settings by pressing the Windows button. Okay, making sure your hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is turned on. All right, and then making sure that you browse for your preferred, or browse for your app, or shall I say your game, so the Call of Duty launcher. All right, so look for the Call of Duty launcher. It should be somewhere within your program files, Call of Duty. Look for the Call of Duty launcher exe. Okay, add that to there, and then set the performance options to high instead of power saving, because it might be on power saving and you don't want it on that. Make sure it's set to high. All right, and also in terms of power, if you type in power, it's power and sleep settings, and go to additional power options. Make sure that your settings or your power plan is on high performance and not balanced. This will give you better performance in game in terms of FPS. Could increase it by a significant amount. If you want me to go over the NVIDIA control panel settings, I can do, but that will be in a separate video if I get enough likes on the video. Let's say 50 likes on this video, and I'll go through the control panel settings with you guys. So as you can see here, we've got two side-by-side gameplays on Warzone. One being on the left, which is the personalized settings and my new hardware that I mentioned earlier. And on the right, we've got the low preset settings with the old hardware. And as you can see, it's over double in FPS when playing Warzone, when I'm using the personalized settings compared to just setting it to a low preset and all of your settings. And visibility wise, you are going to struggle if you just set it to low in some things. So my advice would be here is that if you can upgrade, you upgrade. If you can't, that's fine. Use the personalized settings that I mentioned in this video. When I use the personalized settings on my old hardware, I was getting between 65 to 80 FPS. So it does work. If you can't afford to upgrade, then these personalized settings will give you a better visibility, better quality, and a better performance when playing Warzone, DMZ, and multiplayer. So now you've seen the hardware changes, you've seen the personalized settings, you've also seen the differences between the low settings and personalized settings. Now I'm going to show you some gameplay in DMZ and how my game performed on my new hardware and the personalized settings. So let's get into it.
Look, there's a car right in front of us, look at that.
DMZ. Not bad, man. 120 FPS. I'm fucking
Welcome
buzzing.
to DMZ with Geo.
Geo and Ultra. Ultra settings.
Ultra settings. Does this have a handbrake? No, it doesn't. Oh. I can't. They drive on the right hand side of the road over here, don't they?
I don't know.
Just be a good driver. Hang on.
Okay, we was driving there, right? We was driving,
yeah.
And I was looking behind me and in front. And I'm thinking, where is James? And then realised the fuck is on top. Guys nearby. Oh my god! Did you just run him over? Turn around. Let's kill these. Let's kill these. Let's go, man.
Ultra One,
Can you see the
activity
sniper?
is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Downed him.
With a rock, yeah.
He's dead.
Ooh.
Shots to my left. So it's AI.
The other prick then.
I'm having issues. Oh, there we go. Now that solved.
Is there any more guys, or it's just them two?
There's 3 altogether.
There's one more somewhere then. Good job on the kill, by the way.
You.
I think you pissed him off by running over him, though.
Yeah, I said it in voice chat as well.
What was he saying?
I was just kind of like, I went, "Meow," when he had open mic on. He was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I needed to do that too.
How would you die to an AI? Seriously.
Oh, hello.
Oh, shit, watch out!
Oh! That's okay, I got it. Survive. Cover me. Cover me.
He's down. We got you. There's one more here, I think. I thought it. No, is it? Okay. 3 armored plate here.
Oh, you got him, yeah?
Yeah, just raping his body
Oh,
at the moment.
God.
Why isn't it allowing me to pick up that gun?
Oh, guy here! Nice.
Dead.
Get him,
So
boys.
there should be another buy station somewhere over the rainbow. On him. Ooh, oh, we can get a 1999 fucking limited edition Nissan, but there's one. That's not right.
Ah, shot him from there as well. Beautiful.
Scoot. What I almost got fucking one shot. Any of you have an ammo crate?
Yeah.
BB.
Where's the shots coming from, dude? Oh, back ahead. I see him.
You know what, I'm just going to pick up as much armor as possible and as many stims as possible.
Go for next, Phil. I got a dog tag on me, which I kind of want to extract.
Yeah.
Beep, motherfucker.
Beep. Cheap.
Man's got to get all the way to the top.
For reason I'm ready for it. There you go.
Dropping.
Gotcha. Oh, is it RPG somewhere?
Ultra
Then?
One, Dino 4 is inbound for
Where did you get shot from?
We're racing radiation. It's gonna be close.
I got low ammo. Oh shit.
There's AI. There we go.
Nice.
Ultra One, Dino 4.
I wonder if I
Ultra
could
One,
extract.
activity has
Oh,
increased
there's
in the
the.
area. Keep your
there it
eyes
is.
open.
Oh, you know what? I'll take an RPG with me. I wonder if I can take an ATV quad onto the extraction helicopter.
Wow, gas is coming in. Oh shit.
Yeah, no. Perfect timing.
Dino 4 is at the extract point. Be advised, we can't stay here long.
Ah, no, that's way too high.
Dino 4 to action. All objectives
Perfect timing.
secure.
Down the lead. RCB to resupply. Let's get out of here, boys. Mission over.
Just before the gas came in, lovely time.
So you've seen the best optimized settings for Windows and Modern Warfare 2, and also you've seen a bit of gameplay and differences between low settings and my preferred settings. I really do hope this video has helped you get the best FPS out of your game. If it has, then leave a like and also subscribe and turn on all notifications to ensure that you do not miss any of our content, and leave any feedback in the comment section below. That'd be really helpful. I know it's been a long one, but I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.